Yes. Screen is shared. Yes, students.
हो सर.
Yes. Mm. Okay. Yesterday we are discussed about the various kind of the diseases on to the in apiculture, or the bees are suffered by the number of diseases by the protozoan disease, that the nosema one, while the some bacterial diseases like the American fowl disease, European fowl disease, some of the fungal diseases are there, like that. Some of the acarine, like the ticks are attacking on them. Acarine disease, it is also known as the Asley of the wet. The mite infests the trachea and the feeds upon the body fluids, so they are damaged. The population of the insects, bees are there. The eggs are laid and they're reared inside the trachea, and that get the clogged, and ultimately mortality of the bee occurs. Enemies. Now the next part of that, the enemies of the bees. Like that, the these the pest pathogens. There are the some enemies. The large number of the desertions of the hives by bees are the due to the enemies, which may be robbers, that they the honey brood and the pollen, or maybe breeders, that like the hive, their breeding ground. Several moths and the beetles are the enemies of the these two categories. Some are the wax moths are there. That wax moth larvae devour the wax and damage the colony. Okay, that the large size wax beetle. Then the some of the coleoptera beetles are there. They are also feeds on their larva feeds on the wax, damage the hives. There are several wasps are there. They are feeds on the larval bees. They are the devour the workers in the field. Some of the praying mantis are there. They are devour the workers. Some lizards are there. Some of the reptile and lizards, garden lizards, we say that those are the feeds on the bees, and they reduces the number. Some of the birds are also the feeds on the, then the man is also the including the one is the enemy, because when they are the by crude method, the honey is obtained and destroy the uh, hive of the bee, so they are act as a enemy one. So there are the number of enemies. Now with the help of this one short film, you can get the idea about the enemies of the bees.
Let us study the pests and diseases of honeybees.
Oh, sorry.
Let us study the pests and diseases of
The people are admitted in between, and so the problem is the created here.
bees. This frog is hiding in the colony itself. It swallows a sizable number of bees. This lizard is waiting for the bees to come out. Chasing them out is the only solution. This is the wasp, a serious predator of the honeybee. Locate the wasp colony and burn it during night hours. Kill the wasp coming near the box. These are the red ants. This is one more type. The ants suck the honey and feed on ring stage larvae. Maintain water in the stand bowl to avoid ants.
Oh,
Let us study the pests and diseases of honeybees. This frog is hiding in the colony itself. It swallows a sizable number of bees. This lizard is waiting for the bees to come out. Chasing them out is the only solution. This is the wasp, a serious predator of the honeybee. Locate the wasp colony and burn it during night hours. Kill the wasp coming near the box. These are the red ants. This is one more type. The ants suck the honey and feed on ring stage larvae. Maintain water in the stand bowl to avoid ants. Never use insecticides. This green bird is the big bee eater, a major predator. This can destroy the entire colony. This bird signals the bees with a typical noise and smell. Bees try to attack the bird, but it swallows them easily. This bird is the small bee eater. This predates on honeybees along with other insects. Chasing them away is the only solution. These old combs are being eaten away by the wax moth. These larvae develop in the working colony itself and feed on the combs. If it develops unchecked, the colony will escape. Remove the old combs and destroy by burning. Keep the box clean. This Mulnad black bee colony is affected with Tay-Sachs brood viral disease. This is the only major disease of honeybees. Almost 80% of the colonies were destroyed by this disease in the last decade. The affected ring stage larvae dies and decays. Many antibiotics were tried for its control but failed. Now the disease incidence is coming down naturally. The yellow bees from the plains have some tolerance for this viral infection. Since it is a contagious disease, it spreads very fast to all nearby colonies. Hence, isolate the affected colony immediately and destroy by burning mercilessly.
Students, so this is the number of the predators are there, act as the enemies to the honeybees. Now the flora and the apiculture, the role of the flora is the most important for to the collection of the pollens and the nectar. The apiculture is the concern with the efficient use of the natural resource to produce the natural material useful man. The materials required for the honey industry come from the flowering plants. Whatever the honey is produced by the bees, they are nothing but from the nectar from the flowers. The plants provide the pollen and the nectar, having all the essential nutrients for the growth and the survival of the honeybees. These materials are processed by the bees into the honey, beeswax, royal jelly, and the other items for the immediate consumption or for the storage and the later use. Beekeeping in India has been by and the large forest based. Our country, India, has large area and the varied geographical characteristics. The natural flora of Indian forest is more varied because of the climatic conditions. There are several thousands of species flowering plants indigenous to India, and many more have been introduced as the crop of economic importance, also as the ornamental plants. The forest natural vegetation of western and the eastern Himalaya, western Ghats, the Sundarban, Assam region are more suited to the bee life. These are the area of the western Ghats, Himalayan, Assam is the favorable for to the beekeeping. So those are the migratory beekeepers. They are migrate their bee boxes from one area to the another area, or to get the flora to the bees, to the large production of the honey and the other material. Among the such, so the beekeeping with the European honeybee, like the with the Apis mellifera that introduced in the India in 1965, depends mainly on the cultivated crops. Among such the species are coconut, which are the these pest is the sorry these bees are the rare in agricultural crops like the cultivated crop coconut, the areca nut, acria nut, akrod, then red oil palm, date palm, khajur, then the cocoa, mango, custard apple, the jujube, the one jujubas boar, then the cinnamon, clove, cashew, then the fodder legumes, coriander, cumin, dill, dill seed, fennel, fenugreek, garlic, turmeric, ginger, and the other crops. The roadside plantation like the eucalyptus, currant, tamarind, gulmohar, then the plato hormone and the soap nut also the contribute to honey production. Hedges and the fence plants like the mehendi, Santa, mulberry, justica, and the jatropha do also the add to the beef forage value. These are the number of plants available in our agriculture also and in the forest also. So this is the great flora is available for to the beekeeping. Many pulse seeds, and the oil seeds crops are also the good source of the bee forage. Among the population, commercial commercial crops, coffee, orange, and the other citrus fruits, apple and the other pomaceous fruit species, cardamom, and the rubber tree are the important from the beekeeping point of view. The rubber plantation is southwestern and the northwestern parts is the single largest source of the nectar in India. Next in importance is the lychee tree. The entire North India has the large areas under the lychee orchards that constitutes an excellent source of the nectar during March to May. Cereal crops in general are the not very useful as sources of beverage. However, the jawar, bajra, and maize are the valued for their pollens. So this is are the some cereal crops also used for them. Some leguminous plants of all the oilseeds plants like the ground, lentils are there using for to the that the food source for the pollen and the nectar source to the bees. Now that we are going to study the methods of the beekeeping. There are the traditional beekeeping and the modern beekeeping. These are the two methods are there. First, we are discuss about the traditional beekeeping. The traditional beekeeping is the natural consequence of forest beekeeping. The peoples visit the nomadic or the tribal peoples goes to the forest or the rural people goes to the forest and cut the branches, cut the hives and extract the honey from that by destructing the colonies. This the traditional beekeeping is there. The different traditional hives are used for the purpose. Rural people in the southern India have been keeping bees in the clay pots. Somewhere that the non-stingless bees they are kept in the clay pots. A few such pots with the holes and the smeared bee wax inside are kept in the garden as the decoy hives. The devices that attract the swarms of bees, what they do, they are the smeared wax. Bee wax is the kept there for to the attract the bees, and the bees are attracted and kept lives in that the devices. The devices that attract swarms of bees. Swarms occupy the device hive. When the colony becomes strong, one of the two shallow pots serving as the super are kept inverted over it one above the other. When the monsoon sets in the pots, are overturned, the combs are taken out, and the honey is extracted. In that hole, they are the some of the mud pots or the other pots, clay pots are there, kept the invertly, and kept the wax is there to attract the bees. Bees make the colonies inside that the pots, and when in the during the before to monsoon, they are extract the honey by that the pots is there. So the tree trunks or logs inside the log that the colonies can made by the such like the Apis indica, Apis serena, or the stingless bees, the Meloponinia. This the honey is the very low quantity, but they're inside the trunk or the logs there are the hollowed out of the removing the inner wood and used as the log hive at the altitude about 118 meter, 18 100 sorry 1800 meters. Wall hives are the empty spaces left in east side wall of houses. The wall hives are the quite common from Jammu and Kashmir to the northeastern Himalaya state. In addition, packing cases, empty wooden boxes, wicker work, and the modern bamboo baskets of the suitable size are also used as the hive through the country. Then they later on, after then this in Kashmir, Jammu, they are using the packing cases, empty wooden boxes, or the some of the bamboo baskets for to the keeping the hive colonies inside there. Then the modern beekeeping. Modern hives in the modern beekeeping, bees are kept away from their natural homes in man-made hive as comfortable as the possible. Is the movable hive box. Modern hive is the wooden rectangle box and it is the movable from one place to the other place. In modern hive, frames are kept parallel to each other. They have the free space all around them, and that is the twice the body size. This is called the bee space. It is the Langstrom box because it's discovered by the scientist the Langstrom. So this is not Langstrom. It is actually the Reverend, and which is the developed the boxes in his the garden of the churches. It was Langstrom who took the notice first in the 1851 about the bee space and originally designed the frame hive. The bee space is the major practical concept in modern hive. The eggs, larvae, and the pupae are the together called the brood. The frames used for the rearing brood are called the brood frames, and the wooden box holding the frames are called as the brood chamber. So this is the see this the brood hive box is there, having the different compartments. This has the four-legged stand, which is the keeping to the in height from the floor. Okay, these mostly these four leg stands keeping on the water bowls to avoid the some of the predators like the ants from the protect. So they're known as the ant whales, preparing down the ant whale. Then the bottom board at the floor of the box is the bottom board. It's somewhat the elevated, having the somewhat the slanting to run up the water or the somewhat the debris and the waste material is the immediately comes to the outside by this the slanting mode or the tapering sound. So these the slanting and structures. There, the next one is the brood chamber. Inside the brood chamber, number of the wooden frames, rectangular frames is there, and that the frames are the having the high frames are there, where the bees made of their colony, the hexagonal cells on that the wooden frames, and such a 8 to the 10 frames kept in there, and the queen can lay the eggs in there. The only the larva can develop here. Above that, the brood chamber, there is a one the still like structure is there. Then on the queen excluder, there is a netting structure, queen excluder. It has the size of the only the worker can pass in from the brood chamber to the upper structure. Queen cannot the pass from that the queen excluder. So the next one is the super. That is the super is the same box. Only the height is the lesser than the brood chamber, and there is the same frame number is the present 8 to the 10 there, where the only the worker can goes there, and they store the honey. So the bee cannot lay the eggs there. Only the honey is the store is there, and here the queen can live. Because the queen cannot goes there due to the queen excluder. Because that whatever the netting size is the less than the size of the queen. Queen is the larger, broader. So the queen cannot pass through this the net. And only the workers are go there and deposit the honey inside this the frames. And there again the inner cover, that the one is the frame, rectangular frame. It is not the inner cover, which having the central opening, and that the top cover, inner cover, and the top cover. There is a space for to the fanning of the bee, and the top cover has the ventilation, which is the guarded by the again the somewhat the netting is the insidely, and the top cover is covered by the tin or the roof like cover, which is the roof which is the runaway the water in the rainy seasons or the rainy. So this is the structure of the beehive box. Okay. So the various types of the frame having the varying in number of the frames and the bee space are used. The Smith, British, commercial Langston, modified Dadon, Neton, Honor, Sodior, Villiers type. These are the number of the scientists discovered the various shape sizes of boxes, but the Langström is a very uh, useful. Langström is a modern beekeeping method. In 1956, Indian Standards Institution constituted an apiary industry, the sectional committee to consider and bring out the standards of for bee hives and the other equipments. Based on the recommendation, two types of hive, that the ISI type A and the ISI type B, were adopted. In India, what are the size of the bee and what are the bees are the habitual as per their habitats, we are modified these the ISA A type and ISB type boxes. A movable hive has the following part that was already we explained. The stand, it is a four-legged with the dimension to support the floor plus. The floor brood, it is the tray with all its the four side raised by side runner, and in the front of side runner is the replaced by the alighting board. Then the brood box, it is a rectangular box without top and the bottom. 1 inch scoop shelves are the cut along the length. Core of box, brood box to receive the ends to the top bar of the hive frames. And the hive frames are there. These frames are wooden. The sides are the core named as the top and the side and the bottom bars. The ends of the top bars extend beyond the rest on the scooped rabbit of brood box, and the under surface is the brood to the receive. The edge of comb foundation. There are the four wires fixed between the side bars to support the comb's foundation, which act as the midrib. Bee constructs their cells on the both sides of the frame, and these frames are the spaced apart to the leave the bee space, ranging from 6 to 9 mm, depending upon the type of the bee. And the queen excluder, it is the wire frame with the suitable size of perforation that enables the worker to pass through the bud, not the queen, and it is the exclude the queen to stay in the brood box. It is placed in between the brood chamber and the super chamber. Super chamber, a hive would have 2 to 3 supers depending upon strength. The supers also have hive frames similar to the brood box except in the shorter height. In super chamber, frames only honey is the stored. Hence, this chamber also called as a honey chamber, and the frames in it as a honey frames. Covers on the top, there are the two covers, inner and outer. Inner cover is the wooden plank of the size of box, and it has one of the two holes in middle that allow the bee to go to out, but not to re-enter. These the covers are there. The inner covers protect the bee nest and helps to regulate the temperature and humidity within it. The top of outer cover was the telescopically and act as the roof of the hive to protect from sun and rain. Generally, it has the two sloping flanks. Ventilation holes are present for the on the flanks. Is there. The beekeeping practices. First one is the capturing the swarms. Once the setup of the box is there, then the colony is the need. So the colony is the captured from the surroundings or the buying from the beekeepers. Capturing of the colony consists of the removing the combs and the bees from the natural nest and the hiving them in the movable frame hive. This is the done early in the morning or in the evening because in the sunny day or in the midday they are the irritated and they cannot the control. They goes to the outside, so it is some members are the lost from that the colony. So the early in the morning, all the members in the hive is there. All the in the evening there are the returns and this is the suitable time for to the capture them. After the ensuring the presence of the worker bees brood in the various stages of the development and the queen bee, the combs are carefully cut on by the one with the knife and these are tied to the frames and the frames are then kept in the brood chamber. We are seen in the film that first in Marathi film how the hives are the transfer from that pot to the hive boxes or from the tree to the alternately receptacles called the decoy hives are the kept in the suitable places on trees in forest where the swarms of the bees are likely to settle. These are called the decoy hives. After the swarm occupies the decoy hive, it is the taken down and the colony transferred to the normal bee box. The presence of the queen is the necessary because the workers do not stay in the hive without the queen. So the queen is the very most important. The collection of the queen. One is that you collect the queen and insert in the boxes. All the workers or all the members are to go to inside the box. Colony can be produced from the another beekeeper and the hive in the bee boxes. The colony is so proper should have worker bees and the young laying queen. The queen rearing and the requeening of colonies. Normally mated queen bees they exhaust their sperm usually within a year and queen begins to lay unfertilized eggs. So this is the capturing. See this the one film how the swarming captured within a 27 seconds.
Hello, my friends. I'm going to show you how I captured a swarm of bees with the method that I use. I have this bag that is taped onto a cardboard box, and I coined the name Porta-Chute, of course after myself, and it works real slick. I received a call that there was a swarm of bees in a yard, and it's about a half-hour away drive from my house, and there's only an hour and a half of daylight left. So I wanted to get the bees as quickly as possible and get it home before dark. So I hustled, got over there, and captured this swarm in about 27 seconds. So this is how I did it. This was a real easy capture because of how close to the ground the bee swarm was, and it'll take me longer to put these bees into the hive than it did to capture them.
Must be about 5 pounds or more.
There got to be close to between 5 and 10 pounds of bees in here. I got a call about an hour and a half ago. It's about an hour and a half of sunlight left. Half-hour drive to the bees, half-hour drive back, so I had to catch them pretty quick. almost forgot. What I'm going to do is put a couple drops on this.
This is anise oil that I'm using.
Try not to crush any. Whoops.
The inner cover and the top cover of box. The swarm is the transfer within.
Thanks for watching, my friends. Bye-bye.
So this is the when the queen is the laid the unfertilized eggs, this bring down the strength of the colony, and if the normal working is the uneconomical to the maintain such a colony, the colony can be revised by the replacing the old queen with the new young and the vigorous mated one. This process is called the requeening. Beekeepers are the advised to requeen about the half of the colonies every year. In the colony, queens are the produced under the swarming or the supersedure, the impulse or the under the emergency condition. In the commonly adopted method of grafting the queen, the combination of these impulses is created and queens are the raised from the larvae of selected stocks. The grafting technique involves the preparation of queen cells, cups into which young larvae are grafted, and these are given to strong colonies from which the queen is removed a day or earlier. Under the queenless condition, the bees accept the grafted larvae and raise them into the queens. So the new queen formation technique is the given here. How the new queen by the grafting methods. Here a cone-like structure is there where the queen can lay eggs and the larvae is the emerges out, and that the new larval cone is cut there from and kept into the new boxes with the workers from the some 2 to the frames are kept there, and that's known as the nuclear box. And when the new queen is takes place there, the worker is accept then and form the new colony. So the uniting colonies are united when these work. These are the too weak to continue as the efficient units. In uniting two colonies, the older queen is removed a day earlier. The two colonies are gradually brought near each other. The weaker queen lays above the brood chamber of the other colony with the newspaper in between them, and the newspaper in the smeared on the both sides with the sugar syrup, and the small holes are punctured in it. These enlarge the holes and mingle with each other without fighting. The small pieces of the paper outside the entrance and the absence of the dead bees in front of the entrance indicate successful uniting swarm prevention and control the swarming is the natural process of reproduction. But it is the uneconomical to beekeepers. In swarming, nearly half of its worker force or the foragers leave the colony with the swarm, and the colony thus made weaker is no longer able to gather nectar and make honey. During during the season of swarming, the strong colonies are inspected frequently to check for any queen cell. The queen and the brood combs of the colony are removed. The queen is removed, it is kept in the queen cage, in its own colony, and all queen cells are destroyed. The presence of the queen within the colony encourages the food gathering, and the queen is released after about 10 days, by which time of the swarming period passes, and the colony concentrates on the food gathering activities. So the desertion control, bees desert their hive due to the starvation. If there is no food is available, then we will have starvation because of the absence of flora sources in the area. Continuous disturbance by pests and enemies. The time of desertions varies from the place to place and from season to season. During the floral days, brood rearing cases, bee they abscond during the, or the leave the hive in search of place where the food is available. In such cases, providing the artificial feeds, that is the sugar syrup, can prevent the desertion. A more beneficial and economical method is to migrate colonies to places where the food is available. Migration for beekeeper interested in the honey production, migration of colony is undertaken during the floral dearth or the adverse climatic condition. So the areas where the bee forage is available or the environmental conditions are more favorable. The Central Bee Research and the Training Institute, Pune developed the appropriate schedules for the migration of bee colonies for the different agroclimatic regions of the country. So students, we are stop here. Remaining part is the going to tomorrow, that is the harvesting of the honey.